Yoga for everybody with Meditation Mutha.
Sawadee-ka. Welcome everyone. This is Kim Goyet, your meditation mother. I'm here in Bangkok, Thailand. As you can see, the birds are singing, the grass is blooming. Only kidding. Bangkok has been covered by an absolute awful haze the entire time that we're here. You might be able to see it in the background. And they live with this haze year round. They rarely see the sun, they never see the stars, and rarely see the moon. I find that to be so sad, let alone all the toxicity that's going into these people's bodies every time they breathe. It's really challenging. When you go outside, everyone's wearing masks, and I just honestly cannot imagine a daily life like this. So thank your lucky stars, literally, if you're able to see the sun, moon, and stars every day. So in honor of this toxic haze, I thought that we would do a Yin Yoga practice to squeeze out, to wring out all the junk that's in our body, all the things that we get exposed to on a daily basis. So let's start closing the eyes. You can sit in a comfortable position. Draw your chin in just slightly. And just gently noticing the breath entering and leaving the nose. We'll get centered for just a moment. And then bringing the rise and fall of the chest to your awareness. Softening the muscles and the bones. And if you're in a place of good fortune with fresh air, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Good. Gently open the eyes. We're going to start laying down on our back. So you can take it all the way down nice and slow. Plant the feet. Feet are a little bit underneath the knees. Arms are along your side. Lift the hips maybe an inch off the mat or so and scoot them more towards your heels. Slowly lower down. We're going to stay here for a moment, just tractioning out the spine. And then from here, tuck the knees into the chest. You can grab onto each knee and then hug the knees into the chest. On an inhale, letting the arms release, knees move away. Exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. Inhaling, legs move away. Good. A few more times like that. So this is an excellent way to wake up in the morning. It pumps all the stale oxygen out of the low belly. Good when you connect the breath with the movement. And it also squeezes the organs, getting new fresh blood pumped into the organs. So that's the idea of this class today, just getting a little bit of freshness into the body. Good. Plant the feet. And then from here, we'll lift the hips maybe an inch off the mat. Move your hips over to the right and drop them down. And then tuck the knees into the chest. Bring both knees over to the left. So from here, the chest is facing up towards the sky. You can open up the arms out to the side if you'd like. Keep your gaze up towards the sky as well for now. We're going to work with the breath. In Yin, we hold postures for longer periods of time. And so we're going to hold this twist. We always start, when we do twists for detoxing, we do twists starting on the right side because the right side affects the ascending colon and then the left side affects the descending colon. So we're squeezing everything out. Good. Notice your right hip from your right hip all the way up through the armpit. Inhale, create space. And then exhale, see if you can draw your chest more towards the right. Good. Inhale, create space. Exhale, draw your ribs more towards the right. One more time. Inhaling, creating space. Exhale, the low belly draws towards the right. And if you find that you can't bring your legs all the way down to the earth, keep going. Don't worry so much about that right shoulder lifting off the mat. You can use a pillow or a blanket underneath the legs or a block, whatever you need to prop yourself up so that your low body can feel very relaxed. In Yin, it's all about letting go. So the efforting isn't in the movement itself, it's in the releasing. So you want to make sure that you feel stable and secure in the low body so that you can soften the upper body more towards the right. Let's take one more deep breath here. Exhale. Good. Slowly bring the knees back to center. Shift the hips back to center, arms along your side. And then lift the hips an inch or so off the mat. Move them to the left this time. Drop them down. Hug the knees into the chest and allow both knees to fall over to the right. Gaze and chest are up towards the sky. Keep bringing those legs down until you reach the ground. My left shoulder's off the mat, and that's fine. Arms are out along your side or in a T, whatever feels comfortable for your shoulders today. And then we'll start to work with the breath again, bringing your awareness to your left hip this time. Inhale from the left hip all the way up through the armpit, create space. Exhale, wrap everything more towards the left. Good, working with your own breath, inhaling, creating space. And then exhaling, wrapping the ribs and organs more towards the left. Good, starting to feel that surrendering towards the earth. Inhale, breathe, expand. And exhale. Good, so doing twists is an excellent way to detox the body. Whether you have been eating junky food, you went out for a night of partying, whatever that is for you, you're just not feeling quite right. We're squeezing, wringing out the toxins from the organs. And then when we release, all that fresh blood and oxygen flutters back into the body. On your next exhale, let's bring the knees back to center. Shift the hips back to center. Arms are along your side, palms face down, and then extend the legs all the way down to the bottom of the mat. And we'll stay here for just a moment. In Yin, we take time to notice the changes within the body. So take time to be aware of your body subtly coming back to its neutral state. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. We'll roll over to one side, make our way all the way up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall into any comfortable seat. You can have your legs extended if that's better for you, or rest your hands on your knees. We'll plant the left hand over to the left, bring the right hand to our right shoulder, point that elbow up, soften the left elbow and reach over to the side. Elbow point straight up if it's feasible for you. Good, we're opening up the side body, another squeeze. Good, within the organs. If it feels good, you can raise your hand up or over or plant your hand on your head. My shoulders are a little tight today, so I'm going to do that. Good, radiate your heart up towards the sky. Feel very heavy in the right hip, so the length from the right hip all the way up through the elbow. Inhale, expand the lungs. Exhale, back to center. Awesome, release the hands. Let's plant that right hand, bring your left hand to your left shoulder, elbow points up, and start to soften the right elbow this time. Good, opening up the left side of the body. Nice squeeze on the right. Good, you can adjust your arms straight up, over, or on your head. Good, and then radiate that heart up towards the sky, heavy in that left hip. Take a deep breath from your hip all the way up through the crown of the head. Awesome job, and release all the way down. Good. I'm going to come to sitting at the back of the mat with my legs extended. Take a moment to rock from side to side. Get your booty out of the way. Flex the feet. Lots of energy coming in towards the body. And then we'll take the right knee, plant the right foot. You can grab onto the right knee, sit up nice and tall. So use that leverage. So you're pulling in on the knee, lift the chest, ground down with the sits bones. Nice. Reach back behind you. And we're going to take this twist in stages, so go nice and slow. So keep the head aligned with the chest as we go through this. Inhale, ground down with your seat, and then rise up through the crown of the head. Exhale, bend that back elbow generously and wrap your low belly towards your thigh. Good. Inhale, push into the back arm, lift. Exhale, bend the back elbow, wrap your ribs more towards your leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the elbow, wrap the chest more towards the leg. Good. Now if you'd like, you can bring the front arm around the knee, sit up nice and tall, and now we can look over the back shoulder. So if we do that too soon, if we turn our head too soon, it stops the whole possibility of getting deeper into that twist. So we do that last. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to be here for a couple of breaths. Good. Inhale, nice and tall. Keep the twist, everything the same except look over the front shoulder. So we often think of toxicity residing in our organs, but it also resides in all the fascia and in the muscles, and so we're squeezing out the cervical spine as well, releasing any tension, blocked energy, and slowly unwind. Nice. Let's extend both legs. Try the other side. So left leg, knee bends, grab onto the knee, sit up nice and tall. Use that as leverage. Flex that right foot. Reach back with the left hand this time. Good. Again, face right aligned with the chest. Inhale, ground down with your sits bones. Lift up through the belly, through the crown of the head. Exhale, bend that back elbow. Take your low belly, wrap everything towards the thigh. Inhale, push into the arm. Exhale, wrap. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, you can wrap your front arm. Good. And then stay here. Look over the back shoulder if that feels comfortable for your neck. Good. Feeling the squeeze within the body and also into the cervical spine. Keep everything the same. Look over the front shoulder. Good. Slowly unwind and release. Let's take it all the way down. We're going to flip over onto our belly this time and come up onto the forearms. Excuse my pants, they have a little slit in them, so sorry for showing a little leg. Okay, so our elbows are in front of us, fingers out nice and wide. And we're coming up onto the forearms. Separate your feet out from right to left. Give yourself a lot of space. And we're having a little bit of a squeeze, but this is different than the traditional yoga pose. What we're going to do is sink into a little bit. So right now we typically push into the forearms, come out of the shoulders, but this time what we're going to do is sink into it. Allow yourself, your belly to come towards the earth, the shoulders to rise up towards the ears. This allows for some healthy compression in the low back. If this doesn't feel healthy for you, take your heels wider. So roll the feet wide and give yourself some space. Good. Hang your head, really releasing any tension in the neck. Good. The ribs come towards the earth. And release all the way down. You can stack your hands one on top of the other. Place your forehead here and then roll your heels out wide. Release the sensation in the low back. So we're squeezing out the kidneys, allowing fresh blood to flow into that space. Let's come up onto our side this time. We'll take the left arm forward, good, into a parallel to the front of the mat, where hips are stacked one on top of the other. We're going to take the top knee, that right knee, and bend it and plant it. So you're coming into a little bit of a twist here. Good. Make sure that leg is stable. The front shin is stable as well. And then from here, notice my left shoulder. I'm going to drop down into that shoulder. So the ribs, the low ribs, are sinking down more towards the earth. Take that shoulder, draw it back. You might feel even a bigger opening. Good. Bend that bottom leg. If you'd like, you can grab onto the ankle. This is a pretty significant opening in the left side body with a big squeeze in the right. If it's too much for you, release the foot. Keep that back foot nice and low. Good. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Release. Come back to the belly. Stack the hands one on top of the other. For just a moment, allow the heels to roll wide. I'm going to flip around to the other side, but you can come over to the, let's see, what side are you on? The right side. Good. Come up onto the forearm. And then from here, hips are stacked one on top of the other. Take your top leg, plant it in front of you. Make sure that the shin's all the way down. Sink into the shoulder. Good. Allow the ribs to fall more towards the mat. And then take your shoulder, draw it back. Good. It's pretty intense. Big squeeze on one side, big opening on the other. If you want more sensation, take the bottom foot. You can grab onto it, keep it nice and low. Good. And then just relax. I know that's easy to say. Just soften the breath, soften the body. Good. Take one more deep breath here. And exhale. Release, come back onto the belly. Allow the heels to fall wide. And just notice your body settling in on the mat. Let's roll all the way over onto the back this time. We're almost there, everybody. Good. Feel the hips, the shoulders on the mat. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Tuck the chin into the chest. Good. One last time, wringing everything out. And then opening up. Good. Arms along your side. Feet separated, palms face up towards the sky. Shoulders roll open. Noticing the connection of your body on the earth. How your hips feel, the shoulder blades. The face of the skin softening. The muscles of the throat. The chest rolls open, shoulder, heads roll open. Belly surrendering towards the earth. Legs, heels roll open. Toes are relaxed. Just take a few inhales through the nose all the way to the top of the breath. And exhaling all the way to the bottom of the breath. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. Let's wiggle those fingers, moving the toes, ankles, wrists. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side. Make your way all the way up to seated. All right. Whew. So we're going to finish with a cleansing breath. This is excellent at the beginning of your practice, solo, or at the end of practice. It's called the breath of fire. It's a pumping sensation in the low belly, and it allows for all that stagnant air and energy to get moved up, breathed out, so that you can breathe in fresh, clean, healthy air, which you can't see in the background here. So unfortunate. But I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like Really focus on the exhale. Don't worry so much about the inhale. That'll come naturally. And when we exhale, we're going to pump our belly. So it's a through the nose, exhale, exhale, the belly pumps in. We'll do that for about 30 times, then we'll fold forward with a full exhale. Inhale, come up, and we'll do that for a round of 3, okay? You can bring your hands to your knees, any comfortable seat. Close the eyes, sit up nice and tall, and let's begin that pump. Exhale fully. Fold forward. Inhale big. Exhale out the mouth. Don't worry, just fake it till you make it. If you haven't gotten it yet, start that action. Exhale fully. Fold forward. Inhale completely. Exhale out the mouth. One more time. And exhale. Fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Bring your hands to heart center, resuming your normal breath. And we'll take this moment to bow the mind to the heart. And just thank your lucky stars if you are able to breathe fresh air, see the sun, the moon, and the stars, all those things that we take for granted, the sunrise, the sunset. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today in this detox. I hope that you enjoyed the class. If you want to be the first to receive new videos, please subscribe to my YouTube station at Yoga with Meditation Mutha. See you next time.